on several pertaining topics and issues of the Pakistani community and its sentiments. Featured and honored in international film festivals, Mumtaz Hussein's short films have definitely struck a chord with many on its relevance and its emotional appeal. The filmmaker and writer recently sat down with ITV Go's program director Ashok Vyas, discussing his short film Push Button 4, along with his take on movies and South Asians.
So let's talk a little bit about why filmmaking, from painting to films. What was it that pulled you towards this?
This is actually my journey from still images to the moving images. So always the film runs in my mind like a projector. Whatever I have a story to write, I have film script to write, or painting to do it. So there is this 36 or 26 frames are running in my mind. It's like on a projector. I freeze the frame and make the painting. And if the film is running, and if I pick up the pen, then I write the story. And if I pick up the camera, then I'll make the film. So this is my journey from still images to the moving images. I studied art formally. I wanted to study film, but when I was growing up in Pakistan, there was no any institution in Pakistan for filmmaking. People go to the studio and they learn from master to the students. But there was no any formal institution where I can learn filmmaking. So the close match was this art institution where I studied art, paintings and sculpture and all those.
This is the prestigious National College of Arts in
National
Lahore.
College of Arts, which is like the brother or the sister institution with the JJ School of Art in Bombay and National College of Arts in Pakistan, because the both institution was done by Rudyard Kipling. And the Rudyard Kipling, I went to JJ School of Art last year and I saw his house in JJ School of Art and I took the pictures. So he started these two institutions at the same time.
Excuse me.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Absolutely stunning day today, isn't it?
Absolutely exquisite.
Would you like to see a
Phantom.
catalog? Ah, the Phantom, of course. Right this way. The Phantom, as you may know, can be custom built to any and all of your specifications. Suicide doors, our hallmark feature. Sunroof, new in our 2005 model. Push button to start and stop the car for your chauffeur. Hand-stitched leather, heated seats, veneered instrument paneling. The electronic door, another unique feature of the Rolls-Royce. And an umbrella.
Okay, let's talk about Push Button 4.
Yeah.
What is the theme of Push Button 4?
It's very interesting. I mean, though I'm talking to you about how the differences between the writing and convert the writing at seed you're writing into the celluloid. So this is an adaptation of a very famous short story by Ghulam Abbas. And the name of that story is called The Overcoat. And so I adapted this story from a short story which is written by Ghulam Abbas, very famous in Pakistan or in whole South Asia. And so I adapted. Another interesting thing is I gave a couple of talks in New York University, how to convert the book or any novel or any fiction novel to film. So there are two different things, that when you have a fiction novel in front of you and then the film, and the film script and the fiction novel is two different things. The film is the story which is you are narrating through the eye of the camera and through the dialogues. Only two medium you have, you're telling your story. And in the writing form, in the short story form, or in the fiction form, the sky is the limit. You can write anything, but there are limitations when you are doing the film. So when you convert film from a writing, then you have your limitation. You have to stay in your limitation, because then you are portraying your vision to the audience.
When you are talking about subtle aspects of life, how was the receptivity of the artists who were working with you?
So it's a vision of a one person, like a writer and director. That's his vision. His vision follow the whole team when you are doing the film. The whole team follow your vision, that you wanted to get it done, the writing in a certain way, and the music in a certain way, and the way you narrate the story, which is the more important. Way you narrate the story. I mean, I'll give you the same example of this push button phone. It has nothing to do with the overcoat. And you will ask why I didn't use the name overcoat when I'm adapting the very famous story. If I give the name, the most beautiful thing in this story is its ending. If I reveal the ending, I'll kill my film. So I wanted to give any indication that what's going to happen at the end. That's why I didn't give the name of the overcoat. I gave the push button for in New York, when you cross the street, you see on every street where is a walk sign, there is a button. You push the button, then the walk sign change, and when the guy is walking, then you can cross the road. So this story is narrating by that walk sign, who's like this. He is narrating the story. The people are passing, millions of people pass every day in front of this walk sign. He look at the people, he find someone is a businessman, someone is professional, someone is a lawyer or doctors or anything, or the workers or the poor guy or whatever. The several people passes in front of the different. But whatever you see, not necessarily you perceive that you think he's a businessman, but he's not a businessman. So the actual story behind that quote is something else. So that's why I choose that character who is narrating the story of, there's a one gentleman who is behind this coat, who's wearing this coat. The people think he's a millionaire, very rich guy. He walk around, go to the Rolls-Royce office, talk to the Rolls-Royce agent, and he thinks he's a potential buyer, but he has a more knowledge than the salesperson has the knowledge. And then he gives him a ride. Okay, why don't you try the Phantom? This is our new car. Because he was so much impressed by his knowledge, and he thinks he's a potential buyer. So the perception always deceives you. This is the essence of the story. And also in this, if you read The Overcoat by Ghulam Abbas, this is the whole film. The people think different. At the end, when he ran into an accident and they opened their overcoat, he was a homeless guy. He was any shirt, a very tattered shirt, and I mean, so he was. You see him, he's homeless.
What is your name?
John Monte Odoricio, but everybody calls me Johnny.
Mr. Monte Odoricio, what are the service intervals?
Our standard warranty includes 4 years or 50,000 miles, whichever comes first.
It has a 12-cylinder engine, correct?
Absolutely, can go 0 to 60 in
5.7 seconds.
After we book the order, we can get you a Phantom with your specifications in 3 to 6 months.
Very well, I'll be in touch.
Please call me if you have any questions whatsoever.
Thank you, Mr. Monte Odoricio.